Well, hello and welcome to another Happy Paws Sunday afternoon chat. We are very pleased to welcome David Smart from Riverbank Removals as our guest today. And we're going to be chatting to David about corporate responsibilities and how companies can help charities in general, but also Happy Paws, of course. Before I get started in chatting to David, I wanted to remind everyone to please like, subscribe and share the video so that we can grow our YouTube channel. And I also want to remind you that the reason why we started our Sunday chats is to raise money for our 10th anniversary legacy appeal. I will leave the link in the description box below if you are interested in giving a donation, however small, however large, we would be very, very grateful. So welcome, David. Welcome to the show.
How you doing, Dominique? You're right. Thank you very much for having me on. Really
Oh,
appreciate
it's
it.
our pleasure. It's our pleasure. So, David, we wanted to ask you to come along and chat to us today about
Absolutely.
how companies help charities in general, and then
Mhm.
also what you do for Happy Paws.
Yeah,
Your company is Riverbank Removals.
yeah.
Before we talk about what you're doing, what does Riverbank do?
So basically, we're a house moving company, so a house removal company from Eastbourne, and we've been going 8 years now. So we're just really starting to get there and get really busy. So I'm really happy at the moment. We also offer a rubbish clearance service as well. So we have two separate sides to the business. But yeah, we're just a small local family-run removal firm.
Fabulous, fabulous. And then how did you first get involved with Happy Paws? What's the connection, David?
So for any listeners that are new to the channel or they watch it all the time, I'm actually Lisa's son. So I've obviously been there since the start of Happy Paws and watched the growth of the charity, and it's just been an amazing journey. But yeah, no, certainly I've been around it. I've been around it, seen it all, and that's how basically I know and I'm involved in Happy Paws Puppy Rescue.
Oh, so you're a good son then.
Not bad, hopefully. You'll have to ask. You'll have to ask Lisa.
Sounds good to me anyway. And what have you
Yeah.
done over the years for Happy Paws then? What have you been involved in?
So yeah, like I mean, obviously, as I'm Lisa's son, she's always got me to do some little jobs for her, like running a dog up the country in the car to someone potentially who couldn't make it to come and pick up the dog. I've actually done a run back in a transit in the road stuff to get the dogs back. So I've travelled back from Turkey on the transport to deliver the dogs back to the UK, which was certainly an experience, but a wonderful one at that as well. And also recently, if anyone's watched the videos, I flew all the staff and stuff out to Turkey to actually experience Happy Paws in Turkey, and what an
Wow.
experience that was. Yeah,
So
what
you,
an experience that was.
so you actually visited the centre in Turkey.
Yeah, so we visited the centre in Turkey and pretty much we painted up the garden, the container, put some artificial grass down for the dogs. And yeah, it's just such a wholesome and experience. It is absolutely brilliant.
And were you able to go outside of the centre and see some other dogs in Turkey?
Yeah, nice. So we've done like the street feeding experience and stuff like that. And it was just so eye-opening to see obviously what's going on in Turkey at the moment, and but to see those street dogs out there is just you can't quite fathom what it's actually like. It's just it's upsetting, and yeah, but it was just a great experience to go and feed them and just spend a bit of time with them really up there. And it's just one of those, as you'll probably understand.
I do, and if anybody watching doesn't know, one of the programs that we run at Happy Paws is the street dog feeding program
Mm.
and the spay and neuter program, and it's been over many years that our team goes out daily, weekly,
Yeah.
and the dogs all run behind the vans,
Oh,
don't they?
yeah, no,
They know they're
it's just
coming.
yeah, so when obviously they took us out in the car, and yeah, exactly what you said, they know the Happy Paws truck's coming, and I see it there. It's day in, day out. Happy Paws are going out street feeding and stuff, and they're making a massive impact to where Happy Paws is based out there, and it's just amazing to see. Obviously, all the donations that go through to the charity to actually being put into that kind of use is just amazing to see, really.
I suppose it made it all real, why we're raising money, why we
Yeah.
have the charity, why we do what we do. It must have felt real to you.
Well, 100%, because I feel like when you go and experience something like that, I mean, with charities and stuff, when you give a donation, you don't really see where it goes. But to actually see, what happens on a day-to-day basis out there, the operation is just massive. And exactly what they do is just amazing day in, day out. I can't quite describe how passionate and hardworking everyone is out there to get that mission across, that they're just looking to save dogs. And that's exactly what it's about.
It is, it is.
Exactly. Yeah.
And how was it as for the team? I mean, like, how did they feel about going out there?
To be honest, they're really excited, but they're still talking about it now. They want to
Oh,
go back.
really?
That's it. Everyone was so welcoming to our team. We went out there and worked really hard for them and stuff like that. But the boys still talk about it now. They still talk about the street dogs. Some of the golden retrievers. They see at the centre how they're getting on. They want updates. I think once you get into Happy Paws, there's no getting out, is there? I think that's the thing.
I know. Well, here I am.
Yeah.
Here I am. Corporate
Yeah.
responsibility. If anybody doesn't know, I am also a volunteer. I am not a paid person. I do this because I believe in the charity and the work that they do. I also have had 2 Happy Paws dogs. So I was roped in 6 years ago myself. Pleased to be roped in. I'll say that. So if any companies are thinking about sponsoring or supporting a charity, would you recommend having corporate responsibility and getting involved?
Yeah, certainly. I mean, as we've become a bit more established, it's been a bit easier for us to do. I think small businesses that are just setting up, it's a bit harder to do. But since now we've got a bit more established and stuff, it's just been a great experience for us to be able to go out there, especially team bonding exercises. We've got a bit from social media for it, but of course, giving back. It's just obviously Happy Paws will always be the charity for me that we do, because I see exactly what goes on, and I feel like my money is completely going to a cause that is going to put everything, all my money basically, into that centre and getting everything sorted out there. But for businesses, whether it may be to do with dogs or to do with any other charity, it's just a great feeling to be able to do something like that. And I've found that since the boys have come back from there, they've been so happy with obviously having the opportunity to go out there and do it. It's just not just working removals. Now we potentially have the opportunity to go out and help something. It just breaks the year up for everyone as well. But it was just a great experience for us to go out, hard work, get everything done, but make a difference. Really, it's making a difference in a short space of time. But it was a great feeling. So I believe team bonding is a great thing, on top of obviously giving donations. But you can, as a business, we can get something back out of it as well as giving money.
So there's benefits obviously for the charity, but there's also benefits for the business as well.
100%, 100%. And hopefully any businesses that, may come across this podcast from me in Eastbourne and stuff like that, because of course we'll share this to our story and hopefully it gets a bit more reach out of this video. But if any other businesses are looking to potentially do some corporate responsibility, then maybe have a look into Happy Paws, because it's a great cause.
And it's not just financial. Financial is one thing. That I know that there are companies that support us that do Dress Down Fridays or 100%. Cookie sales or
fundraising events.
So whatever, you don't have to fly to Turkey to help us, do you?
No. That's it. And it could literally be a small fundraising event, but as a team or a small business, you can still look at it as going, we're doing a great thing for a charity, but then also it's really good for the community to see that you're, as a company, you're always willing to give back, basically.
I think so, definitely. So what's next, David? What have you got planned with Happy Paws next?
Well, I mean, Mum's always asking me like, oh, can you do this? Can you do that? But obviously we're quite busy ourselves. But on the 8th of September, Mum's hosting a walk down in Lawton. But there's some gazebos and stuff like that. So of course, obviously the stuff we transport down there in our vehicles and then do the pickup, just so it saves the charity, obviously getting people in to do it.
That can be really expensive, that sort of stuff.
Absolutely. I think anything to do with transport internally in England, Mum's like, can you help me? You've got a removal company. But, if we can, we're always willing to help her. But, it's just expensive stuff that the charity doesn't need to really pay out for if I'm around, really. So we're always on hand to, transport stuff if needed.
So if anybody is interested in attending the walk, I'm going to put the link to that in the description box below. I think there are still a few tickets left, but it is actually a ticketed event. Or you can leave a message and I'll send you the details. If you want to leave a comment below, I'll send you the details of that. We're going to leave a video at the end of this chat of you and your team feeding the street dogs, getting involved with Happy Paws. I'm also going to leave your Instagram and your website details in the description box below. I mean, not just if somebody wants to help Happy Paws, but if anyone's moving and they want a great company, they can contact you as well. And you actually do donations. There's a small donation, isn't there, to Happy Paws?
Yeah, so when we can, yeah. So 5% of jobs, but obviously we internally link in with customers and let them know that, and sometimes they donate. So it's not just about us donating. We obviously talk about Happy Paws as our charity and what we do with them. And some customers decide, oh, great cause, we're happy to donate as well, and then all of a sudden it may become 10%. So it's just really just trying to push that forward and just keep talking about Happy Paws, because I'm very passionate about the charity, and with what's going on in Turkey at the moment and stuff, I know a lot of people are like, screaming out for help, basically. So anyone that can talk about the charity and try and really push the donation side of it, it just helps massively. Happy Paws pays for a lot of stuff, it constantly needs money to keep generating, the sort of stuff that they do, especially street feeding, bringing dogs over, everything like that, at all costs. So it's just, let's just keep pushing forward and getting the donations in.
And we really need it now more than ever. We really do.
100%.
And I think what's happened over the last couple of weeks has really shown the importance. It's shown the worst of people, but what is lovely to see, it also shows the best of people, and what people can do when they band together. Thank you, David. Thank you so much for joining us today. I'm very grateful. And it's lovely to put a face to the name, because I've known your name for such a long time, but I don't think we've ever had a chat before. If you would like to donate to our legacy appeal, the link will be in the description box below. We really need funds now. Every pound that we raise will go towards keeping our centre open, keeping our programs open, and keeping Happy Paws vibrant, alive, and able to help dogs for the next 10 years. So the link for that will be below. Please, again, like, subscribe, and share. And thank you so much for joining us for another Sunday afternoon chat. And we will see you next week. Thank you so much, David.
Yeah. Bye-bye. Thank you very much. Bye.
Bye.